What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. We're here for some D&D. Hope you all have had a good week. Welcome in, Stonefather. I've seen you already jumped in. I hope that move went well. Your your volume.
Sorry.
There we
Remix.
go. Anyways, welcome to quick announcements. All streams for 2026 are Extra Life streams. So click that link that pops up in chat or is in the About Me section to donate to Extra Life, a charity that helps out children's hospitals all over the United States. I am hoping to be back to my regular streaming schedule this week as things are hopefully starting to calm back down in our lives. So hopefully we'll be back Tuesday with Silent Hill 2 remake. That's what we were playing last. So that's where I will be. Any ideas?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
And we're still waiting on any news on Hawthorne before Shave starts her stream, though we still may do a test stream of Minecraft or something easy just to make sure all of her shit's up and running properly. So keep an eye on that. We will
One
update
day.
you. We'll update you guys.
Once this ain't crazy.
Yes, once life gets back to normal-ish. Remember, today is the Super Bowl here in America. You know, it's the biggest bullshit in it. Yeah, woo.
Two teams I can give less than two shits about.
Go
Exactly.
Seahawks.
Do not give a flying fuck about the game itself, but
Yeah.
make sure you turn your TV, your YouTubes, whatever on for the pregame with Green Day and the halftime show with Bad Bunny, who I still don't know what a Bad Bunny is. It's not my music genre, but you know what? I want to make sure that we fucking have the numbers so that the fake white trash Super Bowl
At the
alternative.
very least, show up for that Green Day pregame because those motherfuckers are going hard.
Green Day,
they'll be lucky if they get to
hates-
not be in prison for the rest of the year. Like,
Trump.
oh,
Yeah.
they've been going
Very
hard on Trump
vocal.
for the last fucking 6
The
years.
I was gonna say the last time he was president.
Yeah.
George Bush even
Mhm.
Green Day, but that's because Green Day is punk, and as someone who grew up in the punk genre, very heavily fuck the government music, I give mad respect to Green Day.
Yep.
For that. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, Green Day sold out. They're no longer punk. They're commercial punk. It doesn't matter. They've always had this anti-political bullshit, and I love it. So, but no,
and I
make
don't
sure.
listen to Bad Bunny. Dieter does, and she says he's really good. But for all the awards he's won and all the interviews he's given, he's preaching love. He's preaching equality. He's saying all the good stuff. I'm like, got my vote, man. Maybe I'll start listening to whatever he plays.
He had a thing that he said in a recent interview. He's like, I told you last time that you have so many months to learn Spanish, and he's like, you don't need to learn Spanish. You just need to know how to dance.
Right.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
the dude's chill.
I'm just gonna put out there: A, I'm white, so I don't dance. But B, I have nothing against Bad Bunny. I'm like I said, I've never heard his music, so that's my thing. He's just not my genre. I barely listen to anything American in the first place. Like most of my music's in German, so. But yeah, it's not my genre. I don't listen to dancey music, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up
kind of dancing shade. Jeez.
Yeah. See, I grew up like I said.
I hip shit. You gotta do all the hip stuff.
I grew up as the punk era that became the alt freak era, the goth era. That's my genres of music. So
I dance. That's so funny.
I've always been, white enough that I don't dance.
It's funny that you and I got together because I love dancing. I just.
See, this is the one time that I'm happy that I have MS because I no longer have to say I can't dance. I can just be like, yeah, I can't. MS.
Yeah. My bad back has saved me from numerous embarrassing occasions.
Dee and I will go dancing together.
And me and Az could sit at the table and drink some. Boy, prick, who's that?
I will snap my knee and cheers.
That goddamn Leviathan! So, All right. Well, let's jump into D&D because that's all of our announcements for today. Like I said, make sure if I'm not going to watch the Super Bowl because I could give a fuck less about the teams. But I will have my TV on. I will have my laptops on YouTube to watch the fucking pre and halftime games because this whole idea of we need an alternative because this isn't white enough. Fuck off.
Yeah. You're gonna
So,
have fucking Kid Rock and a bunch of redneck country bands. Like, who the fuck's gonna watch that?
pedophiles and
Who
crackheads.
that isn't a piece of shit is going to watch that? Yeah,
Right.
you're
See,
right.
the best
That's-
thing I've heard about this halftime show is that, at the venue where it's going to be, the merch tables will be selling catalytic converters. So there you go. Get your local crackheads down there. They'll be taken care of. But
hope you guys enjoy your Coors champagne beers and
whoa, God, that just makes my kidneys hurt thinking about it.
Yeah.
So. All right. Well, where we left off, you guys had just fought 2 blood elementals and a few gnolls inside the city. I'm not going to draw the city out because it's not really going to matter here real quick. Various methods were used, including turning into a very large elephant, which is depicted still by our version of Trinket. So, though you could have got out that elephant you bought yesterday and put it on the table.
Yeah.
She has way too many elephants.
Hmm.
Anyway, so and she's gonna go do it now.
Hell yeah.
So I'll take Trinket off so everyone can see Trinket.
Nice.
I 3D printed Trinket and then painted it. He doesn't have his ribbons though. All right, so there's a little elephant. All right, so as the last creature fell, you guys all stood there for a second. You still in elephant form. You guys heard a clapping noise. You all turned, and over by the fountain there was a woman. She's dressed in tattered, dirty red robes. And she had red lace that kind of goes over her face, and she has a hood on. And she looked and said, "Good, you may all be what I need." And that's where we ended. We're going to start off with all of you need to roll let's see here, wisdom saving throw.
The sneak in?
Yes, everybody.
Okay, and I have to use my elephant stat? No. I can use for wisdom.
Yep, wisdom saving throw.
22 for Tercel.
2 plus 9.
So fail.
28.
Yep, Tercel. Failed.
22.
Yep. Doggo.
16.
Why'd you have a
Fail.
then?
I rolled a 19 and I have a plus 9.
Yep. Yeah.
You couldn't have beat that at all. Nobody could.
As you all turn to that person, you hear her say those words. You suddenly find that you cannot move. You are all frozen in that spot. She slowly makes her way forward. And as she gets closer,
I'm guessing Farid didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, if I had a 19 plus 9, then yeah, there's no way.
You guys had to roll a 35, okay?
Wow.
It's to show you how powerful this person is, okay? So, as she walks closer, you guys see what part of her face isn't covered by the lace. You see that she is definitely older, very well leathered. Out of nowhere, blood pours up from the ground and solidifies into a staff, and she starts kind of walking with that as she walks towards you guys. She looks at all of you, and she looks at the elephant. She goes, "Let's get rid of that." She casts anti-magic shield around you, and you are forced out of your wild shape.
There's no save.
Nope. On that there, because it's a domed area, so she put it right at the edge of it. So anything behind you can't do magic for an hour. But yeah, As long as anything is in that dome, magic won't work. It's the only way to force someone out of wild shape. That's why I had to ask you how long your wild shape was earlier, because I was trying to find a way to knock it out. Uh, so yeah, as you revert back to your halfling form, she's like, "That's much better."
I would flip her out, but I can't move.
Yep.
You see Sarah's middle finger twitching. Like, God damn it.
So she is just out of reach. I'll use this big guy as her. Remember, this is an old woman. I don't have an old woman right now, so we'll just use the big executor. She's just out of any battle range for you.
He's got so many. I'm sure he has a red woman.
I probably do. If not, I could probably get one. But anyways, I want you all to roll a perception check, since that's about the only thing you guys can do at this point.
Mine sucked. 10.
14.
Negan is 6.
Okay. All right. So Negan is more startled than anything right now, so he's not really paying attention. But everyone else, you rolled high enough. So yeah, you notice as this woman walks forward, the blood from the elementals and the dark tarish like blood that came out of the knolls is all kind of congealing on the ground and coming towards this woman. And as it touches her, it absorbs into her robes, and you notice her robes get a little more vibrant. They're still tattered and dirty looking, like it ain't repairing them, but it adds more color. And you notice that her lips, already kind of red, get a darker shade of red while this is going on too. She's like, "If you promise to play nice, I'll let you guys move." And with the snap of her finger, you guys can all move again. She dispels the spell. Sarah instantly flips her off. What would you guys like to do?
Having
Hey,
just
Ray,
been
you know anything
totally
about
stopped.
this lady?
What was that, Tercel?
I was gonna do roughly the same thing.
Which was I did. You both talked to.
I asked Ray if she knew this lady.
All right, it looks like you guys goes. I don't know her, but she is definitely trouble.
Duh.
As you say, duff, her kind of flips you off.
You wish.
She winks at you and goes, "I don't have to wish."
All right, lady, what do you want?
Or let's get introductions. What's your name? Let's be cordial about it.
Okay, Turtle. I guess I can be nice.
So you
I
you looked to her and
into
asked.
your brain.
You looked at her and asked that.
Yeah.
Okay. She smiles at you and goes, "Well, my little cleric, my name is Kachera."
Kachera?
Yes, Carcera.
C-A-R. Carcera?
Yeah, Carcera.
Yes. I can't roll that first
R. Carcera. So.
Does that name pop any memories or anything we've looked into?
No. You guys wouldn't know this one. She's not like a historical name. It's her name. The DM actually wrote names down this time instead of
Bob.
Yes, it is Bob. And this is the other Bob. That's George. So she goes, "What is your name?" And she's looking right at you, Tercel, because you're the one who asked her name.
Well, my name's Tercelot. my friends and I have come here not looking for trouble. So, how do we not get in trouble with you?
At the mention of not looking for trouble, you kind of see her old lips, cracked lips, kind of smile. She got a little chuckle. And she, you come to Thay not looking for trouble. Either you're very arrogant or very ignorant.
Depending on who you talk to, some people would say both. But we're here anyway.
We're searching for knowledge.
Knowledge is something I could give you for a price.
Average price.
She looks at you and then looks back and goes, this one seems to be the smart one of the group.
Like I said, depending on who you talk to, if I could find pieces of my friends and speak with the dead, I'd probably tell you a thing or two about her. But anyway, what price are you talking about?
It depends on what kind of knowledge you are talking.
There's a certain person that we need to.
She holds her hands up and stops. She's like, this is not a place to speak of bargains. Come with me. And before you guys can say anything, you're all bamped.
I swear to God, if this is another sex dungeon, I'm going to be really upset. Surrounded with blood-covered, cushioned walls and toilet seats with those air cushions on the bottom that are always gross to sit on.
I hate those fucking things.
They're sweaty. Gross.
They were so gross.
All right, so as you guys all bamf into it, you guys are teleported into a room. The floors are stone with dirty blood red carpet. The walls are lined for what appears to be about 75 feet in both sides, nothing but bookshelves full of books, scrolls. You see vials and jars just placed randomly amongst them. There is a table in front of you. This table is large. It almost goes from one end of the room to the other with just enough to walk around it. On this table is piles of books and scrolls and quills with papers, and you see components for different magical spells just everywhere. At the across from you guys, across the table, sitting now in a chair made of bone, is this woman. Her face still covered, her hood still up, her blood staff no longer there. As you guys look around, like I said, you see all these books. You get the smell of like death and decay, but also get that moldy library smell. You guys definitely can tell you are underground now.
I'm taking a quick scan of the books that I'm closest to. You see anything?
Roll for an investigation.
6.
6. There are so many books, your little brain almost explodes. From what you quickly can see, you do notice that these are spell books. They are books on every kind of known school of magic. There are books on alchemy. None of it's organized. It's just haphazardly been thrown on a shelf. But you also do see components for spells that you know. You see components for spells that you would not want to know. So it is definitely a dark wizard's room, and it is definitely like the complete opposite of the sanctuary library. Like this is more almost probably the forbidden knowledge section of the library.
Tercel walks up to Sarah, puts an arm on her or a hand on her shoulder, says, "Don't touch, lest ye be touched."
In front of you,
nod.
as you say that in front of you, all of a sudden, 3 chairs appear. And she gestures to you guys. Sit, so we may speak.
I'll stand.
Okay.
I'm short. Gonna stand.
This table is tall, so you're not gonna see much. Um, roll a d20 against mine.
12.
Okay, 18. So you kind of feel compelled to sit.
I don't think I can.
No, you can't be charmed. This is more of a you feel something literally move your body. Tercel, you can roll a
Oh no,
perception check.
I'll just sit.
No, perception check.
Oh, okay. I was like, I ain't fighting this. This bitch just locked me in
What is
place.
it?
I didn't even get to save against it.
I don't want to be trapped in the fucking chair.
Perception 13.
Yeah, so you notice that as Sarah kind of like was going to be defiant and not sit, all of a sudden you see kind of a ghostly hand wrapped around her, pick her up and put her in a chair. Kind of like you do with like a small child when it's being a brat.
Well, it seems like you've been busy, Carcera. Looks like you're looking for knowledge too, if I had to guess.
Oh, knowledge is always important. But what I'm looking for right now is better discussed over a meal. And she moves her hands, and the table clears off, and in its place, a simple meal and tea appears. And he watches the teapot lifts up and starts pouring cups of tea for everybody.
That's very nice of you. We actually ate earlier this morning. I don't want to
Pretty
turn
cool.
down free food, but we kind of time is of the essence. I appreciate it though.
And I stopped Doggo.
Yeah.
Sit.
Doggo's the only one not in a chair. He's just sitting there. But he's so tall that his head is
Yeah.
above the table. So
I tell him no.
what is it that you are looking for?
Well, there's a particular lich who we'd like to banish to a particular place. We've been given some info that there's possibly a tome that will give us the information we need on how to banish him.
She looks at you, and you feel, even though you can't see the upper part of her face, you feel the burning eyes go through. She's like, there are many liches here in Thay. Some would not want to be banished.
I'm sure they wouldn't.
Who is this lich you speak of?
I looked at Tersal to me and, and say who it is.
I mean, there's many liches. Maybe they're not all friends. Maybe we just go for broke.
Asarak.
At the mention of that name, she smiles and goes, oh, good. He is not one of the Thay, so I wouldn't be in trouble for helping you then.
Perfect. Because
So
we're gonna fuck that guy up and then banish him, hopefully.
So where is it you are wishing to banish him to?
Ravenloft? Oh, we haven't called it Ravenloft, but
It hasn't been called that.
and do we want to get into that, Sarah? Like, maybe we just see what they can do for finding the tome.
I don't know. It's a particular tome Sass has for that
Yeah,
particular place to banish.
Right. We're not really in charge of the banishing per se. We're more of the go-getters, and currently
the tome. with the instructions.
we're go getting the tome of Sam
Says Tam.
Saskatoon.
So as you're speaking, Tercel, she just kind of smiles and she goes, "There are currently 12,815 tomes from our Lord Saztam. It might help if I have a better idea which one you are looking for."
We don't know. We just are supposed to get a tome from a tower.
I think there's a name. I just gotta find it. Go through my
So the DM's having his players go back and learn their notes.
problem is I have too many notebooks.
You need just one. Sarah's notebook.
Well, Sarah's notebook got full,
Sarah's notebook part 2.
and that just got added to the notes on vampire.
That's why I label mine vampire only, Cthulhu only. How about this? Both of you roll a.
Alright, so the Black Rose sent us a letter stating that the Lich cannot simply be killed, that he needs to be sent to a dimension where he can't bother anyone. And they looked into that. They being that committee, right?
It was the Council of the Wizards along with the Queen, who is a god, so.
I got the right episode, but I don't have the name
Grimoire
for the
of
book.
Saztan, the Dread Death.
That was the spell that he used.
You know, I can't write everything verbatim.
I'm just letting you know that's the spell that Saztan released on the town that turned everybody into undead monsters. How about both of you roll a history check?
Mm. 11 history.
10.
All right. As you both are sitting there, kind of racking your brains, trying to remember, you were never given the name of the actual tome, but you do know that you were trying to send him to a dimension known for the mist.
Oh, I do have some note about
So we're the go-getters
So
too.
it
So
says,
they didn't tell us specifics.
a map of a realm that is mostly unknown of mist, shadow, Ravenloft. That's what I have
We did name it. I didn't know.
I think we all kind of said it was Ravenloft, but I don't think in character you guys know what it is.
Yeah, I
remember
knew it was Ravenloft. I didn't know if Tercel knew it was
As I was
Ravenloft.
saying, I don't remember if we actually stated it in
We
game
don't
so
do
much
it.
as my players were like, "That's Ravenloft."
Yeah,
So
I mean, you kick Lord Soth out there. I was already in Ravenloft mentality.
he's not in Ravenloft anymore, though.
Well, he's the first thing I think of when I see Lord Soth is Ravenloft.
I agree.
Ready. Who we tell her then?
All right. So you give her the brief description of a land of mist, and she's her smile, her very old, toothy, grin smile, seems to get wider. And she goes, "I know the land you speak of. And it's not so much a spell to banish that you would need, as it is a spell to mark someone for the mist to come and take them. For this land isn't just a different realm. It is part of the Feywild. More of the darker Feywild persuasion. But still, I know exactly the spell you would need.
Now, being that I spent many years in the Feywild, but I've known about Raven.
You know of the darker areas of the Fey realm, but you would not know any particulars because it's kind of a forbidden place where bad people go, and B, it's also used more as a nursery rhyme to scare children at night to keep the Fey kids from being too Feyish.
So,
Well, they allow them to still cause mischief, but they just don't want them to get too mischievous. She goes,
and I'll probably be like, that's story tales.
yeah. She goes, I know the spell you need, and as luck would have it, the payment for it is the help that I would need. She
Well,
gestures with her hand, and the food, the tea pots, everything disappear, and a map appears. And you guys see it as the map of the Fae. And she points to a small village that is to the west. Goes, there is a wizard, a young upstart, who has decided to kill everyone I protected, unleashing his gnolls and his elementals on my town. He would have it in his mansion. The scroll you seek. I want him dead.
It's a wizard?
Yes.
Do I know who this wizard is?
No, at the moment you don't. She goes, I want him dead. Kill him and collect your scroll. And then get out of here. Does that sound like a fair deal?
Who is this wizard?
His name is Lamik Zena. It's on that paper there for you.
Zena.
Turtle.
Nice.
She can send you the spelling of it later.
My cousin's character's name in World of Warcraft is Xenoth with an E instead of an I. That is odd. But
What do I know about Lamek Zena?
Roll a. Let's say it's going to be either history or arcana or intelligence. I'll let you go on any of those.
Well, if I could. An intelligence. No, that's a saving throw. Okay, fine. So all three of them are the same. So 22.
22. You have never heard of this wizard. But you do know enough about red wizards that young upstart wizards who have declared war on another wizard's town, as this one seems to have, are very common. And this one must be powerful enough to have caused enough problems that he hasn't been eliminated just by this wizard here. Because you definitely sense that she is extremely powerful, but for some reason, he's still alive.
Still a thorn in her side.
Yes. So you would have enough knowledge about the general warfare between red wizards to know that, but you've never heard of the name, as you have never exclusively studied Thay, Red Wizard, Life book, all of that shit. You honestly don't know all the families, so
So he is a red wizard as well?
everyone, pretty much all the wizards in Thay are red wizards, just so you know.
In Thay.
Yeah, and this
But
is in
not
Thay.
in Thay.
No, Thay. Where you guys are, Fae.
The wizard we're gonna kill's in Thay too. And the
Yes.
red
Oh,
and the,
okay.
Yeah, it's just a village a little bit up the road. It's up to the west a little bit. It's another wizard in this area.
Okay.
So
I thought she was saying that it was in the Feywild.
no, the Feywilds were the dimension. The Dark Feywild area is where you guys want to send.
Raven.
Yes. So
I think that's where I got confused.
okay, yeah. Too many words that end with AY sounds, guys. But that's D&D.
But then you're like on a mic saying Faye.
Yeah.
And Faye.
So if this young upstart wizard is such a problem, you seem pretty capable of handling yourself. Why haven't you taken care of it yourself?
I am bound to this town. I cannot leave this area. And I have sent others before to destroy him. But apparently coin only goes so far, as these idiots are still tearing apart a city right now on the wrong side of this map. Roll a d20, both of you, for just memory.
7.
So that would be
No, there's no add-on. It's just a straight d20.
7.
Okay. You both instantly get remembrance of the first little city you came to, where there were a bunch of raiders raiding it, and they were looking for stuff for a wizard.
We may have dispatched them.
No, remember you guys stuck past them.
We
You
just killed a
killed
couple.
the one guy. Pharaoh took over his identity and led you guys through without a battle.
Yeah, we kind of walked by them. I hope you can get your money back.
Oh, they haven't been paid yet. And at this rate, they never will.
They are doing horrible things to people, though.
Well,
that is what they do. Their methods are their own.
So you're saying that the tome is with this Xenon?
Yes. During one of his group's incursions into my town, they were able to steal it from me. So I know that he has it.
You owned it before.
Of course, that's how I know what it is.
Well,
so now we have the discussion of faith. If we go kill this guy for you, how do we know you're not just going to turn your word against us and do whatever? Like, how do we know you're even worth dealing with?
well, she doesn't have the tome. He does. So we're going to go steal it from him and kill him in the process. And then we leave.
Oh, so we're not going to come back to her anyway.
No.
No, she simply wants you to kill this guy, and you can loot his shit, and that tome is one of the things in his shit. And then get the fuck out of her area, she says.
All right. That makes
That's
more
good.
sense. I was like, we're going to have to bring back his head or something? I wasn't even thinking about the tome being in his house. So imagine he's probably hoarding books as much as you are. Can you describe the tome at all? So we might not spend a fucking day digging through dumb red wizard shit.
Throw a dexterity save, Tercel.
If you can do an image, so
Nope. That'd be
maybe
a
one
whopping
of us can
4.
do.
All right, so
Do
as
a
you
locate object spell?
as you finish saying that, Tercel, she flicks a gold coin at you. You fumble it, it falls to the ground, makes that coin rattling noise. You sheepishly pick it up. She's like, "That coin will burn hot when you place it on the right book."
Will it get warmer as we get closer to the correct book?
Yes.
Awesome. We got a beacon.
Is there anything you can tell us about old Xenoth that might help us dispatch him?
Yeah, do you
Is
know
it?
any of his weaknesses?
I think we've already killed some of his gnolls and blood elementals.
Those are simply his pawns. He controls a much larger force of undead and many creatures of his own creation. But if you want a good way to distract him so that maybe you could kill him yourselves, you send in Jake.
Perfect. I mean, perfect.
uh, she's like, you could bring a demon along with you.
Oh yeah, those demons we all have on speed dial.
Well, and you would not want to work with a demon, period.
I don't want to work with her, but lesser of two
We're not
evils.
really working with her. We
We're
would
about to go
probably have
kill
to
a
defeat this.
rival.
We would probably have to defeat him anyways to get the damn tome.
Well, hopefully we're not creating more problems than we're helping or whatever. So where might we acquire a demon?
I look too far, right?
She points at the map, and you guys see that there's a graveyard not too far from this man's village. She goes, in the mausoleum there, his daughter is buried. She is impaled with 7 silver spikes. Remove those spikes, and you will release her. And she would love to go back to see dear old dad.
Oh, that sounds juicy. We're totally doing that.
Well, what is this lady's name?
The daughter's name was Abigail.
Why do I recognize that?
Because that's the name of my car.
No.
Oh, you wouldn't
From
know
the
this.
3 Hags?
No, this one's a completely different.
So, do I know anything about an Abigail?
Nope, you would know nothing about this child. This would be more of that Fey lineage that, unless you had decided to spend 2 years reading up on, you wouldn't have known any of these other families and all their bloodlines and issues and shit.
Well, I think the knowledge you do have is that no weapon's more powerful than a woman's scorn. So
Amen.
unleashing a trapped daughter from whatever bind she's in sounds like a wonderful distraction. Thank you for the tip.
So we have an accord then?
Sure.
Roll a perception check, Sarah.
Damn it, every time. 8.
8, that's enough. As she says that, you say sure. You see a little swirling portal open above the map, and you watch as a small little brownie appears with a scroll and pulls it out and goes,
Like a small fey humanoid, not like
exactly.
a delicious
Exactly.
chocolate
Yeah.
treat.
No, it's a fake creature.
Yeah, I just sorry, I was just trying to be funny.
Oh, I know. I'm glad for the clarification because some people may not know what a brownie is. Uh,
Not citing anything in blood without reading it.
She goes, blood is not important, and you can gladly read this. It simply states that you will kill this upstart, and your reward will be the tome you seek and your freedom. Failure to do so, and you will be my slaves for eternity.
When you say freedom, would that include some kind of a guarantee to get out of Thay without attack?
Without attack from me.
Okay.
I cannot speak for the other red wizards or other creatures of this land, but you will be safe from me and my armies.
That's good enough, I guess. We're not too terribly far away from our landing zone.
If you guys want to roll an investigation to read the scroll and make sure it's exactly what she says it is, you can.
I want to make sure there's no, like hidden.
There's no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you roll
17 investigation.
14.
it is exactly word for word what she just said. There are no subclauses, no hidden amendments. It is
Nothing in
worded.
fine print.
It is worded exactly the way she said, so there is no like play on words or anything.
The border doesn't have some.
Nope.
hidden
No,
clauses
there
in
isn't even
it.
a border.
It's like it's decorative, but it's actually words.
Nope, none of that.
Nothing in invisible ink.
Nope. It is a straightforward contract that you will kill this wizard, get your shit, get the fuck out, or be her slaves forever.
I'm guessing undead. If we die in the process,
I don't.
we're giving her
Let's
the
not
key.
even talk about it. I don't even want to
If
know.
we die in the process, she thinks she can take
Yeah,
our undead.
we're not going to run away from this, so we're going to be dead either way. So it's not like my soul's going to be anywhere close to my corpse when it's gone. So.
I'm just gonna ask my party, if I die, please kill me again. I don't want to come back as an undead.
Feyre leans into you and goes, "You do know they could just keep bringing you back."
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh.
Banish me. I don't care.
She's like, they have ways of doing it here.
Turn me to dust.
Even dust can come back.
It won't look like me.
So you guys agree and sign?
She's not gonna let us go otherwise.
Yeah. It's a good enough plan. We have a pretty good. It's good enough. Might as well fucking.
All right. So everyone signs the accord. Yep, she does too. Doggo. Will Doggo put his paw print on it? Roll for Doggo. Anything. Roll a d20.
Put his paw on it.
He has to be willing. Roll a d20. Anything above 10.
He got a d20.
Okay then, yeah.
He rolled a 20.
So yep.
Something
All right.
that he doesn't even know.
No, Doggo's smart. He understands. Dear, if he's smart enough for you guys to tell him to do things and he listens, he's smart enough to understand.
He has a -4 on intelligence.
Okay, well,
Just
he's derpy then, but
he's street smart.
Yes.
He doesn't know how to add real well, but he can figure out how many ounces go in.
As soon as the last signature goes on it, boom! You guys are all bamped out, and you guys are standing at the edge of the town on the bridge over the creek, and that is where we're going to take our break. So we will be right back, everybody. You get to watch whatever.
retirement plan.
Yeah, there you go.
For Sarah.
All right, we're coming back. And Silly Shebe thinks that her character is going to live to retirement age.
For math.
So yeah, just a reminder, guys. We could actually clear all the bookshelves and shit off of there. All streams for 2026 are Extra Life streams, so make sure you click that link that is in the chat or is in the About Me section and donate to Extra Life, a great charity that helps out children's hospitals all over the United States. I know that the country is weird, the world is weird, but it's very weird for those children. You know, these are kids that live in these hospitals. They don't get to have a normal childhood, so helping them out is an amazing thing. I did also want to announce I am going to be looking into how to link a charity here soon for a special one that I'm going to be doing to help raise money for our local Humane Society, as our city decided out of nowhere to cancel their contract with our local Humane Society, which is going to hinder the help that the Humane Society does provide. And we have a non-kill shelter currently, and I would like to keep it that way because I don't believe that any animals should be killed just because they are homeless. So keep an eye out for that. I will be figuring out how to link a charity link for that one, along with Extra Life. So, and then yes, remember again, tonight is Super Bowl. Who gives a fuck about the game? Halftime's where it matters. So watch the halftime show. Like I said, put it on your TV, open up a laptop, your PC, your Xbox, go to YouTube and make sure you're on the halftime so that we just flood the numbers for people watching that. I want to blow those numbers up to like record numbers as a giant fuck you to the current administration, you know? So it is my way of, we get to do something here. In the meantime, while we wait for Az to get back, like I said, I will be back hopefully this Tuesday, back with Silent Hill Remake. And then after that, I am still trying to decide whether we're going to do Silent Hill Downpour or Homecoming, or if we're going to jump into some Resident Evil because the new Resident Evil game is coming out. When Az gets back, I did want to talk to him about a new thing that's coming out real quick for you all, so we'll continue that a little before we start the game back up. I want to get his opinion on this if he's heard about it. But yeah, so that's what's coming up with me. Like I said, Shebe, we will probably be doing once our lives get back to some semblance of normal. We will try to get a Minecraft stream in real quick to test out all of her stuff for streaming. Make sure everything's working right. As Hawthorne should be doing some releasing stuff soon. I haven't heard anything in a while. So.
But life's been crazy.
Yeah, especially for an indie developer.
Might have missed them.
No, I check them every day. I'd say I haven't even gotten any emails on Kickstarter and stuff that let me know any of the updates. So they haven't released any updates. But I know they were implementing and working on a bunch of stuff because they exceeded their goals so much that they're able to add in some things they wanted if we made enough money to add to it, and we exceeded those goals, so they're adding those things. So like I said, this is a studio of former Bethesda and other companies, former employees of them. So these are people who know what they're doing when it comes to gaming, but it is an indie studio, so it's going to take a little bit of time. And I understand that as from a programming game maker aspect, I understand the time that goes into it. And with a smaller studio, that time is even longer. Because, my God, numbers suck. There's Az. Wow, he's reappeared. Welcome back, Az.
Thanks.
All right, before we go, Az, I want to talk to you. Have you heard about this bullshit?
Uh-oh.
And this is bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. HBO is going to make a Baldur's Gate TV show.
Yeah.
It is, I'm going to get a couple talking points off on this. It is A, set after the events of the game of Baldur's Gate 3. B, they are not in communication with anyone at Larian Studios for anything. Like they are not talking to them at all. Larian Studios is going to say, "We know nothing about this. We are not part of this. Keep our names out of your whore mouth." This is purely
Can they take the name?
because Baldur's Gate is technically, even though Larian Studios made the game, Baldur's Gate, Beholders, all the shit that's in there, everything is owned by Wizards of the Coast, which is owned by Hasbro. So HBO is going around the game designers to go with the content creation, which is owned by Hasbro Wizards of the Coast. That's the loophole they're using. But again, they have not even like, hey, how can we make this? They're going to take a choice-driven game that is extremely, I mean, like 100% affected by the decisions you make in a game, and make it into a very linear TV series. Not using any of the main characters as other than cameo appearances, which they are saying they are not even. There's been no talks of any of the voice actors even making an appearance in this. They're going to recast everybody.
Yeah. So
So
immediate flop.
That's what I wanted your opinion. Az, what's your thought on how you think this is going to do? I will also, real quick side note before you get your opinion, this is being done by the guy who did the Last of Us TV show.
Right.
So
it's going to be interesting because it is HBO and they take their shows very seriously and they make very good content. So quality is going to be very high. Do I want that though? Probably not. I want to see my characters, the people I know, done. I want an elaboration of the story. But like you said, there's 42 ways to fucking finish that game. So which one of the 42 ways are they going to choose?
exactly.
I think it's once again it's fucking Hasbro taking a shit on something that they could just leave alone and everyone would be very happy.
Need a TV show on it.
No, but there's money and Hasbro's going to take it.
I agree with you. I do believe that this is 100% a money grab by Hasbro. I have not seen the Last of Us TV show because I don't watch HBO. But from what I've heard, it is better. It's not as shitty as, let's say, the Halo TV thing.
The Last of Us TV show is amazing.
See, I've heard that. I've heard a lot of people say it's really good.
Some of it, so it's very high quality, very good stuff. They basically, in some instances, went scene for scene exactly out of the video game, which is cool. Kind of fucking lazy.
Well, and see, this is when you get into things like that, okay? This is my stance on video game adapted media, be it movies, TV shows. I personally don't want a 100% recreation. I have played, and I'm going to use Silent Hill as an example because the Silent Hill movie, Return to Silent Hill, just came out, and it sucked for the most part. And the number one complaint people have is, oh, this doesn't follow the story of Silent Hill 2. And I'm like, good. I have played Silent Hill 2 for about 600 hours.
Yeah.
I know the lore because that's me, and I have to know all the lore of everything. That I don't want to sit there and watch a 2-hour movie that I already know.
Right.
So, like the very first Resident Evil movie, I have always looked at it as a retelling of the outbreak and how it started, and it was actually a decent retelling. After the halfway point of the second movie, yeah, they fucked that whole series up. They did good with the first movie and the first half of the second movie, but then they went weird. But it was just different enough that it wasn't like, hey, I have played this game enough that I know exactly Jill should not be in this scene. Jill shouldn't be doing this. No, you didn't fucking do that. So I'm 100% cool with not 100% adaptation of a game. But with a game like Baldur's Gate, where, yes, you can have, if you don't pick up a shiny rock, it can change the entire storyline. You're going to try to make it very linear. And Last of Us, Resident Evil, Silent Hill are linear games. It's a point A to point B storytelling. You can't do that with Baldur's Gate. There's no way to do it.
Well,
it's going to take one person's.
Well, and like I said, go ahead.
Yeah. it'll be fun in a way because in the same way like Game of Thrones, for instance, there's people that are not going to read those fucking books. I
Which
am not going to read all those books. I've read a couple of them, and I was like, I don't like taking notes this much. Fuck this shit. And so the TV show appealed to me in that way because I didn't have to fucking read. I had to watch 6 months of fucking television. But there'll be people like my mother, for instance, that has heard me rant about Baldur's Gate for the last 5 years or whatever. She can go watch that, and then I can connect with it, and maybe she'll understand. So there's a group of people that will enjoy it, and I would kind of like to see their rendition of it.
Well, and like I
But
said,
at the same time, I don't see how they could even fucking take a dip of what the
right,
magic
they're
was
not
of
gonna be
that
able
video
to
game.
scratch.
well, and that's
the
like I was saying
surface.
though, is it isn't they're not even going to try to cover the game. These is going to be the events that happen after Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, so as you pointed out, there is no
According to the
canon ending
yeah.
to Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? I mean, are you going to do a dredge
Well,
playthrough as your canon where
and so
the hero went
I'm not
crazy and murdered
I'm
everyone?
not obsessed with the IP itself, but I'm pretty so there's three of them, obviously.
Yes.
Each one it kind of goes after the other. Shit keeps happening in Baldur's Gate. Like, so
Well, yeah,
if they
it is.
reimagine it and explore it, and it's not so much this is what happened immediately after day 2 of Baldur's Gate 3. It'd be like here's some shit that also went down one time after I'd be like, all right, that's cool. I can get down with that.
Yeah, but see, the first two Baldur's Gate games, they were able to tie in a basic canon story of what happened to certain characters. Because no matter what, that didn't change in those older games. The older games did not have the elaborate system that Baldur's Gate 3 has.
Right.
Um, so certain things were canon. Certain kings, certain people died or rose up to power because of those. And you are correct. Baldur's Gate is like the Detroit, Michigan of D and
Yeah.
D.
Don't
Okay,
don't ever visit that place. You're probably gonna get
yeah.
fucking
Even on a nice day, something bad happens. Okay, so but for you to go, okay, we're gonna go with the ending of Baldur's Gate 3 and make it canon. You can't do that. I mean, it's
right.
impossible.
I don't know. So with that same argument, and I'm going to be devil's advocate here, I still don't want to have the
Please.
show made, but I'll argue a counterpoint that I don't believe in, which is it'd be kind of fun to see how they pull it off. Be like, I wonder how they're going to handle this. Like, part of me is like, actually, I'll probably watch it anyway, just because I want to know what they're going to fucking do. Same reason I watched Last of Us. I'm like, there's no way they're even going to scratch the surface of this fucking video game and how much everybody loves it. And I'm like, I'm gonna watch this until it stops being good, and I haven't stopped watching it yet. So
And see, it was that mindset that let me watch the Netflix Resident Evil show.
I
And
haven't watched that.
oh, no,
I,
no, I made it 15 minutes into that and turned it off.
yeah,
Okay, that's how bad it was.
and
And seriously,
you're
how
also
do you
talking
fuck up a
to a
zombie movie?
guy who's married to a girl, and we've both watched all of the Resident Evil movies without throwing up on ourselves. And when if they make another one, we're gonna watch it just because at this point we're like, I
Yeah, we're
gotta
in it
fucking see
now.
what they're doing.
I
Like,
I own every Resident Evil
yeah,
movie.
it's a different version of entertainment. I'm not going for content. I'm going for what the fuck are they gonna do here? Like,
Well, that's like I said. The first, if you're going for content, the first movie and half of the second movie work great for content. Then it goes off to be a weird ass horror movie, and it does
right?
good job. It does a great job of being a weird ass horror movie. I mean, it just isn't Resident Evil at that point.
Yeah,
That Resident Evil Netflix show, within the first 15 minutes, a teenage girl is fighting a giant caterpillar monster that throws her 20 feet in the air onto the hood of a car, and she gets up like nothing happens.
right.
And it's like she's not Alice. She doesn't have superpowers. She's not fucking Chris Redfield or fucking Leon Kennedy. No, this is just some fucking stupid teenage girl who gets caught in the situation. And she's like, my spine's shattered in 27 places. My ribs are broken.
Yeah.
My internal organs are bleeding. But I'm just gonna get
At
up and
least
keep fighting.
at least I landed on this hood and not the hard ass ground.
Yeah. But it was just so unbelievable that you couldn't watch it, and it sucks because
Yeah.
it was one of Lance Reddick's last things he did, and he was such a great actor. I hate that has
If
his name
if
on it.
this goes as horribly as it can be, I hope that this is the nail in the Hasbro coffin. Somehow Wizards of the Coast can get out from under it. We can get real D&D content again, not just fucking cash grab rules books revisions and bullshit like that.
At this point, I'm with you on that. That we need Hasbro needs to just go fuck itself. I hate Hasbro.
Because Baldur's Gate 3 has sold like over 10 million copies.
Yeah,
So if you're saying every one of those is a real person that has the ability to spend money on HBO and they all go, fuck your shit, this shit sucks, HBO's gonna be like, okay, well, Hasbro owes us a lot of money and we're not making any more.
yeah,
Maybe that'll be it.
yeah. So, anyways, I wanted to bring that up because I had read that yesterday, and I was like, oh, I know one other person who's played Baldur's Gate as much, if not more, than me is Az, and I want his feelings on this. So,
Yeah. I'm in the enticed but cautious territory at the moment.
well, I'm in the I don't have HBO and I won't have HBO, so I don't really care category. But I'm also in the stop fucking doing this category.
So the Last of Us, the next season's going to deal with the Abby situation from the second game, and I'm like, y'all better fucking handle that. Like they did
Ugh.
some really cool stuff with the first season, and they've got a whole mess of shit to deal with in that second game, and I'm like, you guys could knock this out of the park, and I will be a fan for the rest of my life. But if you fuck this second season up, like
And
could be a lot
I
of trouble.
already hear all the people who are going to be watching the Turning Point fucking Super Bowl thing
Right,
bitching about
exactly.
it because they were in such up in arms about that second game.
Oh, they were flipping out because
Oh my
the
god.
first season of Last of Us, there was an episode dedicated to Bill and how he was homosexual, and they went into the background of how him and his lover were dealing with everything and the death, and there were so many people being like, why didn't we get more Ellie content? Why did we deal with fucking you know expletive Bill and it's like you motherfuckers
And
like.
it's like, and you guys don't realize that Ellie is a lesbian?
Right. Like you guys didn't play the game. You just want to see zombies get their heads blown off. Like go fuck off.
Yeah, because Last of Us 2, she definitely came out of the closet swinging.
Yeah, Last of Us 2 is a fucking roller coaster. I mean,
Oh yeah.
games that affected me directly, like Last of Us 2, like I had to stop playing a couple times because I was so emotionally affected or whatever.
Yeah, it's one of the only reasons why I would get a PlayStation is to play that series. And some of the old
Mhm.
Silent Hill games that you can only get on
Well, I
PlayStation.
think both of them got remastered decently and put on Steam. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know how
I
much
have
they are,
I
but
have such problems with, mouse and keyboard. I have to use the controller and like the Silent Hill 2 remake, the controller support for it was so garbage I couldn't play it on the PC.
oh, okay.
So,
I can vouch for the controller input on
yeah.
the remasters. I
Yeah.
pretty much exclusively keyboard and mouse.
Like I can do Minecraft all day on keyboard and mouse because it's very simplistic. But when you get into those things like where there's especially Last of Us, there's those high tense situations where you got to
Yeah,
be right on top of it.
right.
I can't do that. It's a problem.
Yeah,
So
He didn't
because
grow up
I
a
haven't
PC
actually
gamer.
what
right.
was that? What was that?
I said he
Well,
didn't grow up a PC gamer.
Actually, I did grow up a PC gamer. I grew up playing Doom, Hexen, all of that shit on the PC. It's just over the years as this and this don't work together anymore, I can't do it. Like I used to play, I played Call of Duty on PC at points, and nowadays I could not do that. I could not do the having to move all that. Hell, I used to play World of Warcraft like 12 hours a day, so I mean, I had macros and hotkeys, all that shit. But
Go.
being able for my brain to connect to where those buttons are anymore
Come
is
on.
too much. It's too many buttons. So,
Cat asses.
anyway, so that was our extended break and discussion, guys. Let's get back into the game. So yeah, you guys find yourselves teleported. You guys are standing on the bridge over the creek that you entered in. The fields are in front of you with the scarecrows. You look down in the creek and the bodies that are bound. Uh, what burlap. I was trying to think of a word. Burlap sacks tied around their faces, held down in the water are there. What would you guys like to do?
We know where we're going.
You know that you need to go across that bridge and then back onto the path, but then start heading west. So,
What time of day are we looking at?
it is about noon by now after that battle and this conversation. So we'll say here's the bridge, and it's over a creek. So I'm not going to draw the creek, but we'll just draw a bridge here. The path you guys came up on was like this. You guys came from where this X is. So just to kind of give you guys an idea. So that yeah, where that X is, that's the path you guys led up originally. The creek curves around this way along the side of that X and goes under the bridge and heads west itself. Um,
So this is the path.
yes, that would be the path you guys would start taking. Um, again, it is Nebraska territory, so it's all flat, dead. Uh, could be wheat, could be something else. You guys haven't really gone out into the fields to look to see what grows out there. Both of you roll a d20 and let me know what you get.
4.
13.
Tercel, as you you're standing there just being bamped, you look down in your hands and there is a map rolled up in your hand that shows you where the village is.
I don't even unroll it. I just offer it to Sarah. I'd be like, here, I guess I have a map. So west of the next town, we're gonna look for a graveyard with a mausoleum.
Yeah.
And we're probably gonna run into gnolls and blood elementals and much
all
worse.
sorts of fun things.
Yeah.
Right.
If you guys hear that noise, that is my dog chewing on his toy.
Hell yeah.
Cave. 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 Derp dog.
Buddy.
Look up. Hey.
What?
Hi. Look, you're on the interwebs.
Now you're in trouble. You started something.
Boop.
Oh, lay down. I know he was being good, and now Daddy got you riled up. All right.
Now he has his bowl.
Yeah, you ate it all. Don't chew up your bowl.
There's food in the other bowl, silly.
Chew up your bowl. Chew your. All right. All right. So we're gonna walk towards said cemetery.
All right. Did you want to look at the map at all?
Yeah, I've looked at the map.
Oh, so you've looked at the map. You just, oh yeah, Tercel gave it to me. I just looked at it. I know exactly where we're going.
No, the DM told me.
DM hasn't told you yet. I told you it's west. I didn't tell you. So you roll out this map and you see, you kind of figure out where you are. Like there's no "you are here" marking on it, but you do see the creek and the little village where you guys are standing, and you see that this path going west. About 2 days, there is a not large, but larger than the village you're in right now is marked. And you do see on those markings that there is a cemetery in the vicinity of it. So if you were to head west, you'll go to the gates of the city. But before you get there, you're going to have to turn north on a path and go up maybe about an hour's walk to this cemetery. So, and I'll give you the actual drawn out map once I'm done drawing it out. So, Um, you do see that the creek seems to follow for most of this path west, but then it does go up north, and it seems like there's a lake north of you where this would actually be where the creek starts, is from this lake. Um, you don't see any markings on it that like no like fields or anything like that, but you see there's a lot of empty land between there here and there. There's nothing that marks like there's any forest or anything, so you really don't know what you're going to be walking through, but it is about a 2-day walk to the village, to this next village.
Okay. What time of day is it?
I said it was about noon.
Let's start walking.
Yep.
All right. So Randy Newman music cues up. You guys are walking through the thing. Pretty sure Az knows what that's from.
It's a quick cutscene of one of us stepping in like zombie shit. And be like, oh, god damn it. Ah.
We will just say that this line here will be the creek the whole time until you guys get to something that needs to be drawn out. So you guys are walking on this side of the creek. What's your walking order?
Um, I'll lead.
Sarah?
My perception's pretty good.
I'll be next to him.
Creek side or not creek side?
Probably not creek side.
All right.
Like,
Sure. So you want a space from the creek? You don't want to be right next to it?
Right.
All right. Doggo?
he'll be bumping me.
All right. Fair will follow Tercel.
Tercel, roll a perception check while you're walking.
Be 21.
Yeah, while you're walking and Pharaoh's behind you, you definitely get the feeling that she's keeps looking at your ass. Sarah, you roll a perception check.
Six.
You kind of get the feeling that she might be looking at your ass, but you're also distracted by the fact that she occasionally you see her reach over and slip Doggo like jerky as they're walking.
Gotta make him fat.
Doggo looks at you when you say that, and he just has like a sad puppy face and takes another piece of jerky and his little tail wags.
Just keep walking.
Alright.
Yeah. Awkwardly, just kind of like, god damn it, my ass looks good right now. I don't know what the fuck else to do about this. Also, he's got his shield slung on his back, and the Sentinel shield has an eye emblazoned on it. So, like to think that since it's magical shield, maybe that eye is kind of like staring at her too. Like, don't attack my fucking owner, motherfucker. It's not sentient or anything, but
roll a d20 on that thought train.
18 d20.
All right, so yeah, while you're very confident in that feeling that maybe the Eye of Palor is deterring the lustful thoughts of this woman behind you, you know deep in your heart, she doesn't care. She's looking at your ass.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll say you guys walk for about 2.5 hours. So it's about mid-afternoon now, and it's been boring. The creek's just been bubbling as it is, very slowly moving. You do still see bodies tied up in it. They're starting to get more spaced out though, as where before it was like head to foot, head to foot. Now it's like head, foot.
And about half hour in, with nothing going on and nothing to see, Sarah's gotten a book out and she's writing Nika now. Reading a book.
Okay, I'm going to say then any perception checks you roll while doing that are at disadvantage, just so you know. All right, but yeah, so you guys have gone about, I say about 2.5, 3 hours now. So it's mid-afternoon. It's pretty boring day. The fields you've noticed are still just that dying, dead material out there. You see scarecrows out there, but they're far enough out you can't tell if they are actually scarecrows or if they are people hung up. So, um, you do notice coming up, but still far enough away, you do see some smoke start appearing off in the side of one of the fields it'd be to your left. And it's probably a good hour and a half away, and it seems very light at this moment. But other than that, you guys haven't seen anything. It's been a pretty uneventful day so far.
I'm gonna say as we get closer to that smoke, I will put the book away and hop down.
All right, so yeah, you've hopped down. You guys continue. So you guys go for about another hour, pretty uneventful. You do notice that now the bodies are spaced out probably about 15 feet in the creek. You do see more severed heads just laying around along the path you're walking. They're off to the sides on both sides. Um, yeah, as you guys are getting closer, you do see that fire. It hasn't gotten bigger.
We're
Like,
just closer.
yeah, you're just closer, but it hasn't got like it's not like a something big is on fire. It's just there's definitely someone with a campfire off to that side.
Would there be any? This is a long thought. Would there be any like feeling of influence as we maybe leave Carcera's influence and enter in Xenos? Is there like a magical feeling or any kind of connection to it?
At the moment, no. You don't feel any like ruling power over you.
Not
Right.
feeling anybody watching
Roll a perception check.
that creeping feeling at the back of your neck. That is a 13.
Yeah. The whole time you've been walking, you've gotten the feeling that something's watching you. And it's probably not, helped by the fact that there are severed heads, their eyes open, staring at you as you walk.
Hey, Faray, do you know the significance of these bodies in this creek? Is this like a protection, like a defensive thing, like, or are these like marking areas of control? Do you know anything about them?
He goes, pull out your hammer
Okay, then I
and
pull out my mace.
and be ready.
Oh,
And you watch as
and pull out my shield too.
she takes a dagger out and throws it at,
Sit.
so there's one body, and like I said, there's about a 15 feet clearance between the two of them. So she picks one of them and throws her dagger at it. As soon as it does, you watch as this thing stands up from the creek, still bound, still face covered. It's looking around. It can't see, but it senses you guys are there, and it's kind of like a crazed noise coming from underneath that burlap sack, and it charges at you and her. So roll a reflex save.
Dex.
Yeah, dexterity.
10.
10. It actually runs right into you and knocks you on the ground.
Can I attack it with my sickle that I pulled out?
Sure. This isn't going to be a real combat, so I'm not going to roll initiative. I'll just let you guys play it out.
So 15 plus 8.
Yeah, that hits.
2d6. 10d4. 10 point.
10 bucks. So yeah, you slash it with your sickle. You see black blood start leaking out of the wound, but you also notice that you ripped open the burlap chest piece that was holding its arms in, and out of it come these ghostly dead white hands with long black claws. And you can see the body underneath there is just white and bloated with water. Um, and when you do, the stench comes off of it. So roll a Constitution save. You and Tercel, since it's right next to you.
12.
Now one.
All right, you barely hold in the bile that rises up instantly in your throat, Sarah. Tercel, you just puke. It's right near you. You just start like projectile vomiting on this thing.
Nice.
What would you like to do? I'll let you go next. Like I said, I'm not going to do an initiative for this because it's just one creature. So
I imagine I'm just on my knees, fucking purging breakfast at the moment. I don't know that I'm doing much of anything.
all right, Pharaoh's going to
Image
stab
feed
it
up
with
evils.
her
Fucking
sword.
Farrah, couldn't you just told us? God damn it.
10, 17. Yeah, she hits. She swings her sword, aiming for the head. It's just 4 points of damage. So you guys see more black come up. The hood's cut, but it's still on. But you guys can see that the face under it, what little bit of its mouth you can see, are sewn together, like its lips are.
I swing again. 17 plus 8.
Hits.
Seven.
7. All right. So yeah, you whack at it again, cutting more of its cloth away, but also cutting into the body more. That black ooze starts pouring out of it. Tercel?
I'll stand up and whack it. 16 and a lot.
It hits.
I'm assuming that'll hit. I got all the dice I gotta roll for this fucking thing. 2d6.
There's a reason she told you to have your hammer ready.
My rogue.
Percentile dice.
I had so many different dice. I had them set up. Like, okay, this is if I'm using this. This is if I'm using that.
So I got smite. I've once again forgotten what we agreed on for that. I need to just make a fucking card for it. But
you
anyway,
know what? Hold on. Pause. You said that exact same thing last time.
Yeah, I know.
Word for word.
I still haven't done anything about it. So that's 10 physical, 9 what's the
Radiant.
divine stuff called? Radiant. And then I'll go through my notes and see what smite does.
I think it was a D12.
No, I had it as a spell. That's why I didn't write it down.
I think it's a D12.
I think it was way more. This says 68.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
A lot.
God damn. So yeah, that's it. 10 physical, 9 divinity, and then 8d6. 8. Nope, 68. 8d6 is a guiding bolt at rank 3. Right? 68. Okay. So 7 plus 12, that's 19 plus 8. So that's 27 additional radiant.
All right. So yeah, you stand up, vomit still dripping from your face. It's on your chest, everything. You swing with all your might and just smash into this thing's chest, completely collapsing it through. And it falls to the ground and just doesn't move anymore.
I take out one of my very strong herbs that's in my pocket and just hold it under my nose as I walk away.
Defense. You could have just said defense. Like, what the fuck, Fa? That's defense. One word. Not getting fucking whatever. Okay.
She looks at you
Don't
and
fuck
goes,
with the Greek stuff.
She looks at you and goes, "It isn't defense. It's a trap. If you lean down
defense,
if you lean to drink into that water, they'll get you."
Oh, why would I drink any of that water?
Yeah, I guess that's not really defense. But... Okay, trap. See, that's even less letters.
She's like,
That's
"You see?"
one syllable.
She gets real close to you. He goes, "You seem more like the visual type," and gives you a kiss on the cheek.
Ew, with all that vomit all over his face?
I was gonna say, like,
She goes for a spot that isn't puked on.
oh man, I can't wait to be back home again and I can just blow my shop up with potions. That was the highlight of my day. All right. So we have
Jeez.
smoke getting closer. The creek zombies are getting fewer and far between. I guess we just keep going.
Yep.
Alright. So you guys go for about another hour, and now it's about sunset. And yeah, you can see that there's definitely a campfire off to the side there, to the left in that field. Ahead of you, it's just still the road. The creek, it's getting more and more sparser with the undead traps in it. But you do still see severed heads every once in a while on the ground looking out at you.
With that feeling of being watched, I'm like always going over and nudging it to face the other direction.
Okay. I need you, as you go to nudge one of them, we'll say this was the very first time you went to nudge them, roll a dexterity save.
11.
11?
Do you mind, Jake?
Yeah, so you went to nudge it, and as soon as your foot touched it, its mouth opens up and tries to bite down on your foot. It doesn't break through your armor, but it definitely chomps at your foot. So like a cat kind of biting at your shoe normally. So
Yeah, so I know to stay away from its mouth.
well, roll a perception check at that first one then.
13.
You notice that the any of them in 5 feet area of that one, all of them start chattering. Their mouths start moving.
Anybody
Traps.
like kickball?
I'm not kicking a biting skull. Sorry.
Ooh, into the
I
field.
mean, I guess the good news is, if
Are
we
you going to
get
try to
jumped,
bump one into the field? Okay.
Fun animal.
ain't fun for him, maybe.
You're adorable.
Flop.
No.
Oh, somebody left these miniatures.
All
here.
right.
That's-
Roll initiative, everyone, for cat battle that has now begun.
Oh god.
And I warn you that this guy has a lot of HP. Right now, he is using the adorable attack.
Yeah.
So
It's
you
a
would all have
critical success.
you all have to roll a Constitution save. Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, be nice to Gavin. Alright. We continue to walk. I guess we'll walk until night.
Do we care about this campfire? I mean, they're gonna be living at least, because undead
they?
don't really have need for a campfire. Assuming it's a campfire, not like a corpse fire or something. I can't imagine we're gonna run into anybody good. Like, oh hey, this paladin raiding party just happened to show up on the
damn it!
That's
Stop
not
reading the DM notes.
right. This roving bardic troop is here doing Napoleon Dynamite version or something. Gee, I guess we'll go until we need to start looking for a camp or a place to rest for the night.
Right. So yeah, you guys keep walking. It's starting to get dark. The only options are to either cross the creek to the fields that are on the other side of the creek, or to go closer to that campfire area and camp, or start walking in the darkness on this path.
I
No.
don't want to be walking in the dark.
Yeah.
I have subdued one of the big bee monsters.
So yeah, I guess we're gonna go check out this campfire.
I don't want to check out the campfire.
Oh, I don't want to cross the creek and go into the empty or the haunted fields or whatever.
I don't want to do that either.
We can't just stand here for 8 hours.
We have camping gear.
You can't camp in the middle of a road. That's where all the bad guys are going to be.
On the side of the road.
But like I said, going on the side of the road will put you closer to where that campfire area is. So, like, if you guys light a fire, they would see it.
So no fire. We got hardtack.
Oh, come on. How bad could a little campfire be? It's probably just some farmers drinking some moonshine, talk about the good old days before the undead plague and everything.
These
You
are
could
campers
introduce them
in the
to
Fae.
pirate wine and the joys of owning a flying
I
pirate
would
ship.
agree with you if we were not in Fae.
Yeah. Here's the other thought. Pretty much every other one of those scenarios is an unknown, whereas this we get to walk up prepared for something we can hopefully see ahead of time. We can develop a plan. We can just fucking knock them, sock them before maybe wait till they sleep, and then like you get a little bit of an advantage in this situation. So
Alright, Terso. I cast Pass Without Trace on all of us.
there you go.
All right, so yeah, you guys make your way through the field cautiously, and come to a little bit of a clearing. There is another path that leads back to the road you guys came from, and that's where you see this fire. You also see 7 black horses tied to a black carriage, and sitting in front of the fire on a tree stump is an old man dressed in all black, very fine black clothes with a black top hat. And he's just sitting there in front of the fire, roasting some form of meat on a stick.
And it's just him.
It's just him. That's all you see.
Oh boy. See, I told you, Sarah, like, it's fine. It's probably just some, like, wandering salesman or tailor or something. Like, look what he's dressed in. Like, guys that do creepy Thay shit they wear blood robes and tattered garments and I don't know. This guy's dapper. He probably took a shower today. Like, he looks good.
Hello?
Is that how you're announcing
Yes.
that you're there? He looks up from the fire and stands up, and you see that this man, though older, is about 7.5 feet tall. And you can tell that he is probably pretty ripped underneath those nice clothes. Like, he is very muscular looking.
Human?
Yes, human. And he stares out to where he hears the noise and just is standing there looking.
I'll lift my mace up, cast light on it, and illuminate us in the darkness.
Hands up, no weapons.
He looks at you and goes, I take it you are friends, as you have not attacked me.
I don't know if I could call you a friend, but non-combatant.
Fair enough. Come forward. Join me by the fire.
Would that look familiar to Faray? The 7 black horses, man with black cloak.
Are you asking her?
Yeah.
She looks at it and goes, I know what this is.
Are we cool?
Care
we
to
need to-
divulge?
As long as we're alive, this man will cause us no harm.
Yeah. That's enough for me. I will walk towards the fire.
As you guys approach, he bows, taking off his hat, and goes, Welcome, my friends. My name is O'Brien.
That's a very normal sounding name. This place, everybody's got extra I's and Y's and O's. O'Brien sounds like a proper name. Where are you from?
I've lived here forever, as did my father, and his father, and his father.
That's pretty impressive. This place isn't very hospitable, especially for multiple generations.
Ah, but when you are useful, it is a very hospitable place.
You must be very useful.
Undertakers usually are.
An undertaker. Didn't know they bothered with that in this land.
Who do you think keeps putting the bodies into the creek?
Oh,
Why are you
that's
putting
your
them in the
handiwork.
creek?
That is how they are to be buried. I do not question, I just do as I am told.
We assumed that was the Red Wizard's doing some kind of a trap.
Oh, it's usually under their orders. But as I said, I lay them to rest where I am told to lay them to rest.
Well, you do amazing work. We've been appreciating your services for the last 4.5 hours or whatever.
He kind of gives you a nod. He goes, Thank you.
Appreciate you sharing your fire as well. This the night's coming, and we didn't know what we were gonna do, but if you don't mind, I'd hang out with you tonight.
Not at all.
So Negan lays, does his dog thing, or however it is supposed, lays down. And I'll lay down with him. So we're a little away from the fire, but enough that it's giving us light, not so much the heat.
Drizzle?
Yeah, I'll find somewhere to sit. Find a suitable alcoholic beverage, and find something to talk to O'Brien about.
I pull out my
Um,
my rations. Meekin and
Yeah.
I are sharing the rations, and
Roll
getting water.
a d20 on Deacon.
On what?
On Doggo.
What am I
Just straight d20.
14.
14. He seems a little reluctant to eat as he's had jerky all day.
I'll be eating most of it, I'm sure.
Yeah. He eats it, but it's like his normal taking it out of your hand as fast as he can. It's a little tamer today. He's had quite the fill of jerky today.
I'll be drinking from my flask.
All right.
So, O'Brien, we're a little fresh in the scene here, but we've decided to head west. Apparently, there's a red wizard out there that's causing trouble for a client of ours that we're looking to interact with. Do you know anything about that upstart red wizard? Oh yeah, we do as Sorry.
He kind of looks at you knowingly and goes, Yes, I have been employed by him several times.
Pretty decent fellow. Always pays his debts. Does he ever tip heavy or anything?
The pay is good. There's no such thing as tips. The main tip is I walk away with my head, as always.
Oh, surely a man of your talents isn't worried about some upstart red wizard, are you?
One should never take dealings with red wizards without a sense of fear and dread.
Well, that's good to know. I don't feel bad now because that's pretty much all I've had dealing with those fuckers.
Then you are a wise man.
Statistically,
Drizzle, you've been
seen a lot of
called everything from
right.
unwise to wise today.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
depends on who you're talking with.
It depends on how much attention I'm paying. Um,
What is Faray doing?
Faray is sat cross-legged across from O'Brien on the ground. And you see her pulling out of her bag a bone flute.
Hopefully she's better at playing it.
Well, do you want her to play for you?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say with a 36, she's very proficient with playing it. You hear a very soft, melodic music coming from it.
we heard an interesting story about this Xenoth. Apparently had a daughter named Abigail. Um, seems she was in a mausoleum not too far from his city. Do you know anything about that situation?
At the speaking of Abigail's name, roll a perception check.
All of us?
No, Tercel, because he's the one having this conversation.
I'm
Nat
watching.
20.
You're watching, but it's Tercel talking. As soon as you say that name, you see a sense of recognition come across his face. Before you even finish asking your full question, you can get the sense that yes, he does. And he's very forthcoming with it. He does say, "Well, yes, I am the one who interred her."
And third's interesting way to say buried. Is there more to it than the simple resting?
Unfortunately, the story is very long. But the body that is in that mausoleum is the body of a young girl reincarnated from the body of another young girl who was a demon. Currently, that demon is held by 7 silver spikes, one through each hand, legs, and knees, and the last one driven through her mouth so that she can never rise again.
If by some random unforeseen chance she were to be released, what do you expect would happen?
I believe she would go and get revenge on her father.
Because of the reincarnation event? Like what went down there that her father did?
His father and wife were the ones who bore the original demon, though his father believed it was through infidelity. So when the child was born, he crushed its skull with a stone. Then, when the young master and his wife conceived of a child and gave birth to a young girl, they noticed that it had yellow eyes. By the time I arrived to take this child and inter it was found eating the remains of its mother in the basement where it had been given birth.
Like the day it was born?
Yes,
Ooh.
because the mother died while giving birth.
So, would you believe that this child was born was actually his dead sister in demon form?
She would have been his sister, but she
But
was.
dead. Because dad smashed her head in with a rock.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. I'm more worried about how would we get her back to the mausoleum?
You
Not
would
we. If someone of a fictitious nature were to release said demon, how would that totally not us person contain said demon in this imaginary universe we just constructed?
I want you to roll a
I mean, obviously, Tersa would have done it way better.
a
Actually,
deception. I want you to roll deception with that story.
okay.
In a hypothetical.
Yeah. Not bad. 18 deception.
18. Let's see if he's able
In a hypothetical. It's
to.
so stupid.
You get the sense that he knows you're full of shit and that
Uh-huh.
you are the hypothetical, but he goes
Yeah.
along with it, even with a little chuckle. You would have to employ someone like me.
What are your fees, sir?
For this service, it would require 600 gold and 7 silver spikes.
Can they be used?
Reused?
Should we just hold on to the ones we take off?
He looks at you and goes, hypothetically, if one was to remove those spikes, they will dissolve, breaking the magic on them.
The old dissolving magic spikes trick. Jeez.
Hypothetically.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Ooh, I think I've only got one.
Magic spike?
No, silver spike.
Oh. Or, yeah, right.
Sarah just
Why are you
happens to have a
carrying-
bag.
why are you
Sarah
carrying
happens to
silver
have a
spikes?
bag of 7 silver spikes already.
Right.
Foreshadowed!
I thought I needed 3 more to make a set. Turns out I had the right set the whole time.
It's crazy that the DM gave you something 2 years ago that now is coming into play. What?
Nope, I think that was something that Quinlan had.
Yeah, it was.
The only thing I have is the bone knives. So nope, I have no silver spikes.
Imagine those are fairly rare.
We might be able to find some in the village.
At that, he goes, there is a blacksmith in that village who can make them.
Huh.
How much silver would it take to make a spike?
About 2 pounds of silver.
How much would that be worth?
Give me a second. I will go look. I gotta grab the book of monies.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay. I'm gonna get a drink. Hmm.
Okay, so 2 pounds of silver in the world of D&D is worth about 10 gold pieces.
So that would be 20 silver pieces.
Well, no. So you need 2 pounds times 7, so 14 pounds.
I said for each spike.
Would be, yeah, it takes 2 pounds to make one spike, so it'd be 10 gold.
I need to know how much it costs in silver.
I'm telling you right now that 2 pounds of silver is cost you 10 gold to buy 2 pounds of silver.
So 2 pounds of silver for 7 spikes.
No, 2 pounds of silver for one spike.
And how much silver pieces would
Like
that
the
be?
coin. Like so, one gold is 10 silver, right? It's 10 to 1.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, so it would be. Now you're asking questions. So it'd be 200 silver pieces.
For each spike.
For each spike, you would need 200 silver pieces of coin, or you can just get 2 pounds of silver, like forks, plates, and have it melted down. That costs you 10 gold.
I don't have any silverware.
You are
Or
going
plate.
into a house of a wizard that is a mansion. You have bags of holding.
Listen,
You are a
we're
halfling.
drunkards and murderers. We're not.
Well, no,
thieves,
this is out of
okay?
game. I'm just kind of pointing out she's a halfling with a bag of holding in a mansion of a red wizard. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be able to find the kitchen silverware drawer.
I mean, if y'all saw me play Baldur's Gate 3, that's pretty much all I did was steal cutlery and
Oh, me
goblets.
too. Me too.
So I feel like I was just a fucking Pier 1 before Pier 1 existed.
Hey, I had every painting in that game.
Mhm.
Anytime I'd find a painting, I would have it. They are sitting in my chest at camp. Even though I could sell them all, I just had them because I'm like,
The easiest way to make money in Divinity Original Sin 1 is to steal paintings. They're worth
yeah.
like 2,000 gold a pop.
There were a couple of them are worth a decent amount of scratch in Baldur's Gate 3. But I just,
Yeah.
that's my thing is like, I like paintings. I also have every book you can find. I just send them straight to camp. So my camp chest is just full of every book that's in
Yeah,
Baldur's Gate
I've
3.
got a bag of books in both games actually.
Yeah. Yeah, if I ever decide to clean out that camp chest in Baldur's Gate 3, the poor druid circle would go broke.
Hmm. So Brian,
I have more than enough gold pieces in the bag of holding to, if we didn't find enough silver, to buy the silver and pay the 600 gold pieces.
Well, you'd
we
also
might
have
get
to,
lucky.
on top of the just buying it to pay the blacksmith would cost too. So don't forget that.
We have 5,200 in bag of holding. That is team money.
So same.
Maybe Blacksmith's just got some silver spikes made up on display.
You never know.
Case of postpartum possession.
Are you just walking around smacking everyone on the head, Jake?
Whack.
He literally has walked by 4 different cats and just walked by, tapped him on the head, and keeps walking by.
I'm gonna
Nice.
ask O'Brien. I'll be like, what is his village like? Is he ruling by fear? Or are people like-minded and follow him that way?
I personally do not live in that village, so I don't know.
I just didn't know if you knew the politics.
In my field of work, it's best to stay away from politics, because in the end, you find out it doesn't matter to you. Especially in a place where even your own political enemies can end up using you as a weapon.
If we were in need of your services, would there be a good way to get a hold of you?
He snaps his finger, and a black piece of paper appears. And he hands it to you. He's like, read this spell, and it will summon me. Not instantly, but I will be alerted that you need me.
Well, all right. You drink it all? Food? You roasting some meat? Do we want to all share bread together?
Roll perception to see what he's roasting.
Nat 1.
You're not sure, but it could be a rat. It could be a mouse. It's something with some kind of tail. And as you watch him take it off the stick and eat it, you notice that his teeth are kind of broken and jagged. And he just kind of rips the meat, and you kind of get the feeling he probably wouldn't want your food.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Appreciate the campfire and the information though, and Tersa will go back to relaxing and drinking.
All right.
I said we can sit here for the night, but I wouldn't want to do it without watch.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
He says to you guys, nothing will enter this circle unless I consider it a friend.
I mean, you do regular dealings with Red Wizards. Your friend group is a little perpendicular to our own.
Just because a client does not mean it's a friend.
All right, that's a good distinction.
I sleep with one eye open.
So you guys are all going to sleep?
Yeah.
Right. So yeah,
It
you
seems
guys
like he's
finally
getting
take a
ready.
long rest, so all the damage from that battle that happened last time can be healed. Spell slots are healed full. You guys actually sleep peacefully through the night, heavily. Um, and as we end the game today, this is where you guys are gonna wake up, and O'Brien, the horses and the carriage are gone.
Thanks for the warning, dude.
You guys don't even see tracks where he left.
I was left unprotected for how long?
And you thought that guy was going to be evil. Man, that guy was cool as hell.
Yeah, there are no tracks of him leaving. There's no signs of him even having been there. The fire itself is gone.
Not every time good guys don't always wear white. Sometimes they're jagged tooth top hat wearing undertakers with a creepy horse drawn carriage.
So, as I said, that's where we're going to end today's game as you guys are waking up. So, we will be back, I believe, next week. I don't think anyone has any plans because I think Valentine's Day is on Saturday, if I'm right. Let's do a double check here.
It is.
Okay, so I don't know if you and D have any Sunday brunching plans for the Valentine Day weekend. So
No, we're going out Saturday night, I think.
okay, uh, we don't have any plans. So
I don't like Valentine's Day.
I don't either.
I like it in the sense of the Roman traditions, but that's me. So so
No.
we should be back. Keep an eye on the socials. We'll let you know if that changes, or make sure you tune into my stream all week because I will let you know through there. Um, in the meantime, I'm gonna go see who we can raid out to. You guys go ahead and chat to the audience while I go see if there's anyone on. I think Jay Talbot's on. But I don't know if anyone else is.
Ooh, I ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
either. I'm gonna look through my spells real quick and make sure I like what I got.
Before we head into the
Yeah,
cemetery.
make sure they all work against undead shit.
So yes, we'll be raiding out to Jay Talbot. And meantime, have a good week. Be safe out there. Make sure you tune into the pregame and halftime today for the Super Bowl. Let's make sure we get those numbers up because fuck Turning Point. So until then, we will see you guys when we get back. And let's go raid out to Jay.
Yeah. Interview on Monday with a lot less stressful job. So yay.
Nice. Yeah.
Obviously taking a pay cut. I was expecting that anyways. Because I was
Right.
already, the reason I had already had 2 interviews is because I was already looking to get away from there. Like I was telling my old coworker.